In trying to create an occlusion culling system for Unity, I tried a few approaches, the first of which tried to emulate the Pro version's Umbra by taking a screenshot every frame with every object rendered black except for the one object that we were testing against. And that one object, this white object, if you take a screenshot and you read through the map pixel data, if any one of these is if any one of these pixels isn't black, then you know that the object that you're testing in that frame is visible and it should be rendered into that given point in the grid. The problem is you don't have render textures, which is what you really need. That's what Pro version has, and that's what this version is sadly without. So just reading in all of the pixel data from the screen, it takes too long to render the entire thing. So moved from that to a ray-based solution, which it is expensive. It was the first I thought of, and I thought, oh, there's no way that's going to work, it's too slow. It turns out that whenever the load is on the GPU, then offloading a little bit of that to do some pre-calculation on the CPU, not such a bad thing. It can significantly increase performance. So right now at a resolution of 30, which is pretty high. Let me disable this. A resolution of 30, which is pretty high considering. My frame rate jumps up to about, oh wow, well, if I just sit here it gets higher, but it's much higher than it's about on par. We can bump that down to 20, and now we should see a significant improvement. There we go, up to about 140 or so. So you can see that it's good to do, but the problem is that whenever you see things in the distance, whenever you move from side to side, you can see that there's popping, a lot of objects popping in and out. So my solution to that is to try to make a hybrid approach where I use this method, doing the same thing as before, just except taking a screenshot in each direction, casting out rays in all directions, make a 3D grid, and try to predetermine what's visible from what point on the grid. So when the camera is in a given spot, it'll already know, and that should also save on some calculation. Additionally, I'd implemented an LOD system into this version, where if I take a look at this, I can set on the main camera how many groups there are for LODs, and then for a given group, create all the groups, and for a given group, how many LOD objects are in that group. So then you have a capsule in your close, cylinder in the middle, and a cube as it gets further away. There we are. So you see that the nearest are capsules in the middle. There are cylinders, and out along the ends there they turn to squares. And you can adjust the distances as well on these values for if you're closer than either of these, then it renders the according LOD object. So with these combined, there should be a significant increase in FPS, which is something that was a pretty big concern moving forward with the game right now. So I will implement that solution and post what we get from that.